The convenience of some of these foods might save you some time now, but it won't later in life when you're trying to fix issues due to your bad health and bad habits.
He's exactly right there. A lot of people don't prioritize health. They put it to the wayside. You see them picking up chips, cookies, brownies, milkshakes, whatever, eating a lot of unhealthy stuff, really getting to themselves later in life, making excuses now, saying, oh, I'll take care of this later. There is no later. You got to prioritize it now. Stop being fat. Stop being lazy. Your health is your number one priority. All right, what is up, my beautiful people? Today we got a new challenger on the channel. We got Quentin Pouliam. I've never really watched his videos before. He was just on my For You page. Looks like a big bodybuilder though. Let's see how he gets shredded.
What's up, Nomies? I'm a professional natural bodybuilder, and today I'm going to show you everything I get from the grocery store to get absolutely shredded. First and most important tip is that you do not go to the grocery store hungry. Because everybody knows that when your stomach's growling in the grocery store, you're going to pick up things that you don't need. Your eyes are always going to be bigger than your stomach, so make sure that when you go to the grocery store that you've had some food before you go so that you don't make the wrong decisions. So we're going to smash this real quick, and then we're going to head to the grocery store, and I'm going to show you guys everything I get. If nothing else, the list just holds you accountable. Every shopping trip pretty much looks the same each week. We go to 2 different stores. So the first is Aldi. That's where we get the bulk.
Alright, so shopping list is very important there. I think the first two go hand in hand. If you're not hungry and you have a shopping list, there's a low chance that you go off track and that you're going variable there. I would say, for me personally, I like to kind of freeball my meals. I know kind of what I need, but I don't have a strict list. But I stick to mostly the outside aisles, and that seems to get the job done for me.
Generally speaking, most things that you see in the freezer section are not only going to be more expensive, but they're going to be less nutritious as well. But that does lead me into tip number 3, which is to shop around the edges of the store and make sure that they're almost all whole food, single ingredient items. So one of the biggest staples in the diet right now are potatoes.
All right, so I kind of agree. Obviously, he's saying stick to the outside perimeter, just as I said, but I also say that I disagree with staying out of the frozen section there. I actually love frozen vegetables, frozen fruits. Gonna be an easy way for me to save a little bit of money and still get my macronutrient needs there. It's also a little bit more convenient sometimes if you get like the frozen vegetables. They come already pre-chopped and cut up for you, and it's a little bit cheaper that way than getting the whole vegetable already, and then it saves me the time of prepping that vegetable too. Just throw it into the steamer at the end with my rice and I'm basically good.
It's not only regular, but sweet potatoes as well, because they're the most satiating food that you can eat and keep me fuller for longer. Now, I am going to be picking up a bag of the regular potatoes today, but I'm not going to get any sweet potatoes because we had 3 massive bags of sweet potatoes at home. I've had potatoes twice a day, every day for the last 6 months. Some got some damn
potatoes, one of the best foods for you there. They're very low glycemic index, so they're not gonna cause much of a rest digest. They're pretty easy on your system, but they take a long time to down. But they're also not gonna cause a lot of like stomach upset like a lot of other carbs. Like if you eat a high fiber diet, some people it might cause like bloating and things like that. Potatoes are pretty easy for you to digest as well.
Girth to it. That's what she said. Sheesh. Right after I just said that we're gonna eat all whole nutritious foods, we gotta pick up some of these. These are from my Ninja Creamies, and while I'm on the cut, I gotta enjoy the process as well, and this definitely helps me do so. As you can see,
right there, actually huge tip there. So he's picking up something kind of unhealthy, but that should be good for you guys. You realize you don't have to eat 100% healthy all the time. If you can find something 70 to 80% is good. He might be sacrificing a little bit on the ice cream. It might not taste 100% like ice cream coming out of the Ninja Creamy, but with some of those s'mores clusters, that's going to taste pretty damn close to it. He's going to be doing pretty good there. Going to make him not want to cheat on his diet. He's going to be able to stay more consistent.
We are getting free-range eggs because there's a few ingredients in my fridge that I don't mind spending the money on, and this is one of them. Eggs aren't something that I eat on a daily basis, but they are something that I like to keep in the house if I want them on occasion. Now, I'm not getting any bread today, but
so he kind of eats eggs as a treat there. From what I'm seeing, eggs definitely not the best for you on a cut, but going to have some healthy fats in them, gonna make him enjoy his cut a little bit more. Seems like he enjoys them there.
It is one of the easiest to digest because it's made with a few simple ingredients. So while it's not on my meal plan, it could definitely be on yours. Unsweetened almond milk is another staple in the diet. I have 3 cups a day.
So I just picked up like this keto sourdough bread. It's pretty cool. For me, it's got a lot of fiber in it. I just found that at Costco. Normally it's a lot more expensive, but it seems like if you go to Costco, it's around the same price as the regular bread.
between my 2 Ninja Creamies. Just helps keep the calories low because I'm not using real milk and getting the fat that would be associated with that milk. Now, typically I would get this from Aldi, but we just realized that Walmart has bigger jugs of it, so we're gonna make sure to get it from there. As you can see, we're on the chip aisle, and that brings me to tip number 4.
We're all about the bigger jugs. That's why I go to Costco.
The convenience of some of these foods might save you some time now, but it won't later in life when you're trying to fix issues due to your bad health and bad habits.
He's exactly right there. A lot of people don't prioritize health. They put it to the wayside. You see them picking up chips, cookies, brownies, milkshakes, whatever, eating a lot of unhealthy stuff, really getting to themselves later in life, making excuses now, saying, oh, I'll take care of this later. There is no later. You got to prioritize it now. Stop being fat. Stop being lazy. Your health is your #1 priority.
Well, I've eaten overnight oats every single morning for the last 6 months because oats are super slow to digest and keep me full until lunchtime. One of the other keys for the cut is fiber intake, and so we want to keep...
Me personally, I don't like oats that much. They are slower digesting, but I've just found that you can eat better things in your breakfast. Me personally, I like egg whites. I like some protein French toast or some protein pancakes there. I find that that's going to leave me a little bit more satiated, and I actually enjoy the taste of it a little bit more. Overnight oats kind of gives me like the Greek yogurt, cottage cheese type of vibes. Just not as enjoyable for me. Still a good option, but I prefer something a little bit sweeter in the morning.
Fiber as high as possible, which will help our bowel movements be more consistent and keeps us more satiated. So we're also gonna be picking up 6 pounds of ground beef. I actually prefer beef over any other protein source.
My dude loves his meat. No pause.
Because it's a lot easier to prep, and I don't have to cut it up like I do with chicken. Beef is also one of the more nutritious protein sources that you can eat, and so I'm getting 3 pounds of 93.7 as well as 3 pounds of 96.4. So we're in the freezer section, and that brings me to tip number...
To be honest, that 1 pound difference doesn't really make a bunch, like the 1% of the leanness.
5. If you do need to save time, you just got to make smart decisions in this section. Now, I don't typically get much from the frozen section, but there are a few good things over here. So we have some shrimp and fish. These are both great sources of protein, and they're very lean as well. Now, I'm going to make my beef patty.
Shrimp actually is low-key a hack. All of y'all saying, I don't have time. Stop making fucking excuses. Go get a bag of frozen shrimp. It literally takes maybe 5 minutes to cook and make it bomb as hell. Have some instant rice, have some shrimp, boom, whole meal in 5 minutes. Probably the time you would have sat in that McDonald's drive-thru, you already got a full meal.
Out of this 93.7, but the other option is this black Angus bacon and cheese. And what I want to show you guys is that there's 40 grams of fat in this with only 27 grams of protein. So while this might sound convenient, it's not going to help you in the long run lose weight or be any healthier. So a much better option in the frozen section if you don't want to make your own beef patties would be these turkey burgers right here. As you can see, they're almost half the calories with only 13 grams of fat and even more protein with 29 grams. Now these egg bites...
Looking at the proteins there, you want to have at least 10 grams of protein per 100 calories. That burger first one was atrocious, but the second one there actually has more. It had, I think, 29 grams of protein, 240 calories, so a little bit more than 10 grams per 100. Doing great there. I'm loving this guy's tip so far.
Might sound pretty good and nutritious, but when we take a look at the back of the label, we've got more fat with 19 grams than we do with protein. So although some stuff might sound nutritious or look nutritious, it's not always going to be the best option.
He's exactly right there. I like he's showing you the back of all of these products there. I don't know how many times I've heard from people, oh yeah, I'm eating healthier, I got this, I got that. And then you look at the product that they're eating and it's like 200 calories per cup, 400 calories per cup. My number one gripe, bro, people who get sauce and they think they're doing good, it says 0 calories, but and then it's a 1/4 tablespoon. They're like, oh yeah, I'm saving all this. No, it's probably actually even more fatty than the rest of the sauces that you've been getting. You gotta check the back of your food labels carefully. Alright, that looks about the end. It seems like he's packing everything up there. He's got all his California type bags there, no plastics from him. If you want to watch the full video, it's up on his channel, Quentin Pulliam. If not, you already know the deal. I'm going to have another video for y'all tomorrow. Check it out. Peace.